one-on-one, because if I call them separately, I will not get them. But they are here. Good morning, my dear sisters. Honeymoon Hostel. And yes, that's a stage play. And I have the beautiful Jocelyn Dumas and the beautiful Shirley Frimpong-Manso. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Please, we are fine.
This is your first time being here.
No.
No, Shirley, yes.
Yes.
Shirley, yes.
This is my first time, yes.
Jocelyn, there, she has been here, sir.
But I've been in the building.
Yes.
I've been in the building. I've been with Doreen a few times.
Yes.
I think maybe twice or so. Yes.
Okay.
But not here.
Not here. Yes. Shirley, what do you eat? You look the same. You look the same. You don't change.
Oh,
it's like
God.
You are the same from the very day I've seen. Like, it's still the same till today. Maybe there's something we're not. Please tell us. Share with us.
Honestly, you have to stop. Jocelyn.
Hey, Jocelyn.
Oh gosh. I eat. I'm not very fussy. Well, I'm very fussy with food.
Okay.
Honestly. So I drink a lot of tea.
Oh.
I love tea. I love tea a lot. Justin, what do I eat?
Sorry.
What do I eat?
Plantain chips. Just sweet one.
Just plantain
If you want to get anything, just get McPhillips plantain chips. Free advert.
Wow.
No, I eat. I love a good
Kinky.
a good kinky,
Hey.
a good steak. Some fish.
Okay.
I eat what I have to. Yeah.
Then we have different bodies. Jocelyn, you know I was not like this. I've got body now.
Yeah, we like the body.
You like the body, eh?
Cyril and I, we like the body.
The body is good.
It's good. Thank you so much, and it's good to have you two here. Of course, when it comes to movies, Shirley, when it comes to movies, you two, right now, you're a producer.
You see,
Hey, like
You better put some respect on my name, okay?
Sister Jocelyn
Yeah,
Dumas.
call me sister.
Sister.
producer Jocelyn Dumas.
Yes.
I like that one.
And you have a project coming up. I see you both in the t-shirts. Honeymoon Hotel.
Yes.
Is
Honeymoon
this
Hotel.
your own production?
It is being organized by Africa Arts Network.
Right.
Yes. So I was brought on as a director and also as a writer because the original play, which is quite entertaining, but we wanted to adapt it to to certain specifics.
Okay.
And so I did writing, and then I am also directing. This is my directorial debut when it comes to stage.
Stage.
Yes, my first. So I'm very, very excited. Nervous.
I was gonna come to that.
Yes, a bit nervous because obviously, everything that's a first is like a lot is riding on it. But otherwise, I'm very excited. We've had a lot of fun with this,
Wow.
Yes. And Africa Arts Network is, it's been very good bringing all of these, elements together. Myself, the actors, promoting it the way they have, and they've also done this in the past, so they know what it is that they are doing. So it's a good collaborative effort, and I'm very excited about it.
Now, before the project, when you were called to actually do this, did you have second thoughts, especially knowing that you are more into the film side? Did you have second thoughts?
Honestly, I thought it was a film. I was like, then he said, no, it's a stage play. I said, huh? And I was like, let me have a think about it. And I thought, why not? I've done a few firsts this year. So I thought, why not? This is a good first for me. And I think for me, the most important thing was the people that I was actually collaborating with, Africa Arts Network, Kofi Adinkra, who I have known over a period and I respect very much because I know how passionate. I can't work with dispassionate people.
Right.
It's not possible.
Not at all.
Yes, if you're not serious about your craft, you can't have me. It's basically what it is. I don't play. So even Kofi, I have given him quite a bit of stress about things, yeah. So I was very excited once we crossed our T's and dot our I's. I was very much on board. Yes.
I know because I'm also not serious about my acting career. That's why you're not minding.
No, please. If you are not serious, don't come my way.
I'll come. I'll try and be serious.
So when you're serious, then we can talk.
I'll come. I have my manager here though, so yeah, please. My manager is here. Let my manager speak. Don't do that.
She's an all-rounder.
Now, I mean, I think was it a day or two ago we were discussing. I think Ria mentioned that Jocelyn, you have actually been on stage plays before.
I have never done a stage play before.
You've
Which
never
stage
done.
play?
You've never done it before.
I said, please, let me just
Please, okay,
Clarify.
then please
Let me just clarify.
Okay.
I beg you.
Okay,
Please, I've heard her on maybe interviews say
okay.
that when she was in SS, she used to play.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So,
beg
Yes.
you.
so you were doing Mary and Joseph.
Oh, I started that when I was like 3 or 4 in the church.
So you did Mary.
I was Mary
Okay.
a few times, and I was Ruth as well. Yeah.
Now she's less.
And Naomi.
And Naomi.
She's less.
And now you are.
Now I'm the manager for the honeymoon hotel.
Wow.
I'm playing the manager. No, but I haven't done.
You've never.
I did mention that
Okay.
obviously my acting career.
Thanks for the
the
clarification.
interest started from acting in plays when I was in church and all the way through secondary school.
Okay.
But this is my first professional stage play.
Ooh.
It's the first.
How does it feel?
It's exciting. It's exciting, and just like Shirley said, it's very nerve-wracking if you ask me, because again, there's no time for a second take, and once you mess up, you have to keep going. And I remember yesterday, Shirley had a go at me because I messed up, and I was like, "Hey!" And then I went back to saying something, and she's like, "Madam, when you make the mistake, the people sitting back, we don't know. So just say something, improv." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's true." So I think for me, but it's very exciting, for an actor as well. There's so many things I've learned that I probably wouldn't have had opportunity to if I didn't do stage. So I'm quite excited about the opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds really good. And
Yeah.
I see you are in there with is it I don't
Gedede.
know. Gedede. Hey, that
Gedede.
name is so heavy.
And then Senna Agbeko.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Tando.
Okay.
Yes. James Gardner, Amakia Babrese. Oh, the lineup is incredible. And everybody's like David Donto. My
David
goodness.
is in there as well.
Oh my goodness. It's just something else. I think everybody must come and watch this play to see everybody display.
You mean display?
Yes.
It's displayed.
This play.
To see everybody display.
Just
I'm the
because
rapper.
Jocelyn, why do
Forget
you want to take my
everything.
title?
You see the bars.
Why are you taking my title this morning? Please. No, but this.
Be a waiter in the bar.
No, but this is interesting, and I like the fact that you're all literally getting into something for the first time. I
want to take opportunity to say this, Shirley, that when she told me that she was going to direct a stage play, I was very excited. I was like, oh my God, yeah, let me know what I can do to help you, maybe be your assistant or something, because I want to sort of watch how it goes, because I haven't really done it professionally before. But I want to say thank you, because she called me and she's like, Jocelyn, there's a scene, there's a character. Can you do it? I said, I don't know. You know that pussycat that will do like this, and he's looking like this. I'm thinking, can I do it? No. But then she's like, I think you can. And I said to her, I said, you know what? I'm up for the challenge. It was a conversation that went from I'm not sure to she encouraging me and saying, what's the worst that can happen? Do it. And I said, you know what? I'll do it. I said it with my heart beating so fast. I was like, hey God, if I mess this thing up, this man will kill me. But I said, no, let me do it. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
It took days to accept it.
Days. Please, Shirley, when Shirley calls you on the phone and says she has a role for you, you better not take days, because there are people standing by. Do you understand? So that's when the opportunity comes and you can't say, let me dilly-dally. Are you okay? No. You better say yes, and then now you can deal with the consequences. So that's what I did.
Oh, that's good. But how does it feel working with Shirley? Sometimes you hear people say Shirley is hard when it comes to, her works. When she's on it, she's hard. Jocelyn, why have you done that to your face?
I'm sitting here.
You see what I'm doing? No, but on you see, I don't know what do you mean by hard? Because the thing is, like she said, she doesn't work with people that are not that are disinterested in the craft. You see what I'm saying? So she's quite professional. She's very passionate. So if you don't come in with that same attitude, then she fails as a director as well. So she needs you to come on stage with she needs all of us to come together with our A game. So if you want to call that hard, then she knows what she wants. She's a perfectionist, and she would not compromise on her perfection. So she will tell you the only thing you have to do as an actor is know your lines. And then when you come, leave the rest for the director. Or even once you know your lines, you can even act out how you sort of feel, interpret that, yeah. And then if she feels like it's great, you stay with it. Or if it's not, that's where she comes and directs you. So all you have to do is know your lines. So if you don't know your lines, then why are you even there? Because you only have one job. And so when you don't do it, it frustrates her, because then she's not able to also direct you properly. But yeah, so anytime you're on Shirley's set, it's almost like you're back in school. Because every time I'm on a set, it doesn't matter the project. It feels like I'm just working with her for the first time, because every project is different. So she brings something new, something refreshing on every project. And so if you are able to work together as a team and you know your lines, I think Shirley is one of the easiest people to work with.
Right, this is so beautiful to hear.
Paid her a lot of money to say that.
Because if I walk out of here right now,
I've heard certain actors or a few actors who say that, hey, if you cannot go on Shirley's set and just go and be walking around it, they sort of like they fear to be on the set, knowing that, oh, I cannot just come and play around or just do anything I want. And that's why I wanted to find out from you, how it is working with it. But Shirley,
the
yourself.
funny thing is, yesterday I was telling a young actor, he had met me and we were speaking. He was like, oh, he likes the fact that he could talk to me. And I said, I'm very interested in actors. I am very, very interested in actors. I'm very interested in the craft. I don't take it for a joke. This is what I love. This is what I do. I live my life doing this every day, so do not come around me if you think this is a joke. You want to be a star, you want to be a celebrity, you just want to be famous and stuff. That's not what I'm doing here. Okay. We're creating art, you understand? And by creating the right type of material, you're affecting a lot of people. Okay. First off, you're putting your country out there. We're putting Ghana out there. We're putting the image of our police force. We're putting the image of our mothers. We're putting the image of our husbands and our brothers and things out there. It's not a joke. We're selling something here. It's propaganda, and I want to do it right. And so, if it's a joke or you think, you want to have your 10 minutes of fame, it won't be on my set. I'm sorry.
Woo!
Yes.
So please, if you're out there and you want to act, don't just say it. Make it
Mean
happen.
it.
Mean it.
Mean it.
And when you get there, say that I am ready. I'm not ready for any skirmishes.
Yes,
I'm ready.
no,
and trust me, Shirley will take you through that process
Very much,
as well.
yes.
So with this, when is the honeymoon hotel happening? We want to know how much we're paying for it and all.
Honeymoon Hotel is happening at the National Theatre starting Friday 20th.
Okay.
And it's going to run through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So every day there are going to be 2 shows, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Okay, I know the tickets are selling for 200 and 300 cedis, depending on where you want to sit in the hall. Okay. I'd encourage people to. I know a lot of people like to come and purchase tickets at the gate. I can't promise you that it won't be chaotic at the gates, especially if everybody's waiting to purchase. So I'd say purchase it now. Get your seat, come in early. Sit down and enjoy. I can promise you that it's going to be a very, very lovely play. Ooh. Very beautiful. We've got a lot of comedy. We also got a lot of drama, and we think that after so many weeks of rehearsals and stuff, we are ready to put the action up. And so we're very, very excited. We want people to come to see it, really.
Well, yes. I'm excited. I really want to come and see what you're going to do.
Yes.
Knowing that you're from the film, but it's beautiful. But
yes.
What are your general impressions about this whole theatre thing? It's become a thing. Like, Ghanaians are really enjoying going to the National Theatre Conference Centre to watch plays. They get all excited about it. What are your general impressions about it?
I love it. I have been to quite a number of the theatre performances. The last one I saw was the Akusika one,
Okay.
which was put up by George Quay and
Nashoko,
Nashoko.
right.
And it was so impressive. You know, the stage design, the production design was just amazing. You know, these people have waterfall on the stage and stuff. And I love it. I love it when people put so much, you know, into the arts, you know, and you could see the turnout. You know, it was really word of mouth. I think those who saw it for the first time went in, spoke to a lot more people came in, and I loved it. It's actually where I discovered Senna Agbeko. Yes, because I saw her on on stage, and I thought she was phenomenal. And then I used her in my film, Two of a Kind.
Yeah.
You know, because I think it was also her first time of actually doing screen. So I feel like it's a beautiful marriage. You know, we could all, you know, complement each other, music, because there's also a lot of music on stage, you know, so music, the screen, and also the stage. And I think what I also particularly like about the stage is it challenges you.
Yes,
You know, as an artist, it does, because it's raw. You know, it's you and the audience. You know, you don't have the chance to say, cut, let's redo this and stuff. And I think that's some of the challenges that the actors from screen have had.
Wow.
You know, so we have situations where, especially the screen actors, at a point they'll be like, oh, and I said, you can't do that. You can't do that, bang in the middle of it. I said, you can't do that, because on stage you can't stop.
You
know,
can't
yes.
stop.
And so I think it's been a huge learning curve for a lot of them, and I love it. I think there's a whole lot more that Ghana can do. We have a lot of literature. You know, one of my most when I was in school, which was in Fansman, we staged this play, The Story Anansi Told, and I've always said that, you know, it's something that I definitely like to see on the big stage. You know, which is written by Martin Owusu, Professor Martin Owusu, yes, and you know, the Amatedus, and you know, so I am very, very interested in stage. It's actually how I began, you know, yes, and I love the rawness. I love the immediacy, like, as in, you know, you have to deal with what's in front of you immediately. Yes, I think there's a lot of hope for it. I think there's I think if we collaborate, you know, the way Africa Arts Network, you know, they called me on to come and do this. I'm very good friends with Nashoko, George Quay and stuff. Like, I see how this can get bigger. I know Ebo White. I've been to some of his shows. I think there are huge prospects, and you know, it's either film, stage, music, and stuff like that. It can only get better. And I'm encouraging Ghanaians. I know Ghanaians love comedy. I know they love to dress up and come sit there and watch live performances. And we're encouraging everybody to continue to support, and let's make something really out of this. Hopefully we can begin to travel with our plays, you know, go from Takoradi to Kumasi and stuff like that, make a thing out of it, and encourage stakeholders to be able to build a lot more theatre spaces, you know, so people can enjoy it. Yes.
You are more of the screen. I mean, you've been doing this, but now that you're saying we should collaborate, you are doing this in partnership with Africa Arts Network.
Yes.
Do you have any plans of doing something like this on your own?
I'm very interested. A lot of people have asked me, and I said, obviously, I want to see how this turns out, and I think it's going to turn out great. I am a big person when it comes to collaborating. You know, obviously, I mean, screen is more my thing. Film, you know, because that's what I've been doing for the past 17 years. If I'm going to get into the space of, you know, theatre and stage plays and stuff like that, it's something that, yes, we would love to do. But it's also something that I like to do it and do it well. So if we can do it on our own, why not? If we can do it better, collaborating, it's what we will do.
Right.
You know, yes, I am all for making the experience beautiful for the audience.
Right.
And so whatever it takes, if it has to come down to collaborating with you, collaborating with, you know, Africa Arts Network, collaborating with whoever and making it bigger and better, why not?
All right.
Yeah.
We look forward to it, and I'm
Thank
really
you.
excited about it because, yes, this is what we need, the collaboration bit.
Yeah.
It's something we've discussed over and
Yes.
over here on our platforms, and I believe that it will go a long way to help the industry. You have been in the industry, film, screen, 17 years. And over the years, it's been, I don't know whether to use the word roller coaster for the industry,
Yeah.
but looking at where you started and where you are now, do you think it has evolved over the years? Because, I mean, it comes with different perceptions. You ask different people and everybody wants to tell their version, but the most one we hear is, oh, it's dead. It's not dead.
I don't want to hear that bit. It's dead. Of course it's not dead. I think sometimes it's categorized like that because the progress that you would expect that would have made all these years from the times of Koansan and now we're here now, you would expect that we would have done a lot more for our film industry. Whether they like it or not. We really are the people who opened up this, I'm talking about film in Ghana.
Right.
Yes. If you compare what Nigeria is doing now to what we're doing, they are light poles apart because, somebody in Nigeria, and I don't know if it's government, I don't know if it's
individuals or
private, the private sector and stuff, but somebody decided that, the arts, especially where film is concerned, is going to bring in a lot of business. It's going to create a lot of jobs, and it's going to make real impact. And decided that they were going to make available funding, and be able to put up their cinemas and expand. And now we see what Nollywood is, and it's completely overshadowed us. And I think that's where our story becomes very sad. But it doesn't take away from what we are. We're good storytellers. We've got very good actors. I think what needs done is to put some importance to what it is that we do, our arts, especially. Film has long legs. A lot of places that I've been outside of the country, and the reason I get through certain doors is because I'm a Ghanaian filmmaker.
Right.
Do you understand? And so you can imagine the kind of impact that it creates out there. So it's not dead. We can do much better. And I don't think it only lies on the government. I think the private sector, the media, recently I saw something that was going around. I think Tyler Perry released a film called Straw.
Exactly.
And there's been so much talk about it on our social media pages and stuff. And I said, I don't remember getting this kind of attention when I have released a film. Do you understand? And so it's not balancing. Why are we talking about Tyler Perry's movie when, we could easily have that same attention come to a Shirley Frimpong-Manso movie? Do you understand? We have put films there that critically examine a lot of things. Recently, we released a film called Chasing Lullaby on Mother's Day.
Right.
It's a film that we shot a few years ago, and then we released it on our YouTube page. And you should see the film. It's a beautiful film that talks about mothers. In all forms, and and I didn't see the media pick it up and make a whole song and dance about it like they're doing with Tyler Perry movie. He doesn't care about us. We have to care about our own. We have to push our own. Do you get? And that's what Nigeria is doing and doing effectively. They push their own, they promote their own, they support their own. And so it has to start from somewhere. You don't just sit back and write an article and say Ghanaian films are dead and you don't support it. What do you expect will happen? You understand? Get it? Yeah. When we make a film, when Pascal Amanfo makes a film, when Yvonne Nelson makes a film, Abdul Salam makes a film, we have to pick it up and make noise about it, and be conscious of the fact that we're doing this to be able to support our own and be able to promote our own, and stop all this thing about, I got calls, people said, oh, so if one of our actors had to be the
Maybe a Taraji P. Henson?
Yes, I saw that going around. I said, what's this? What's this nonsense? What are we doing? Why are we promoting this? What are we making? I didn't want to get into the conversation at all because I'm thinking, we have so many films. Pick a Kwanzaa film. And then let's have a conversation about it and see if we can even say that, okay, can we redo this film? You know, Love Brood and African Pot. Let's have the conversations about our own. And stop all of this. We pick something from somewhere. They don't care about us. And, you know, we promote it so much and we make so much noise about it. I don't get the thing about it. I really don't get.
Meaning we're not shouting enough about
No,
our
we're not.
productions.
We're not. We're not being supportive enough. Do you understand? I don't think we're being supportive enough. And it has to be a conscious thing that we do. We have to understand that this thing needs that push, that special push. Because it's happening the way it is in Nollywood. Because when you put a Nigerian film out there, whether it's on Netflix, whether it's on YouTube or whatever, the Nigerians come and they support it and they watch it and they make noise about it and they, you know, Omoni Oboli's film on YouTube, I've forgotten the title.
Is it a Chalugu?
Yes.
No, it's not a Chalugu. Something, I've forgotten the title. It went from, I think it got to about 3 million and then there was some controversy over it and then she had to take it off. And then
Is it the
The
same?
same.
It's the same movie.
Is that-
Okay.
is that-
I think
is
it's
the same movie?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
because
I think there was a writer's situation with
Yes.
it because I think they felt like they plagiarized it.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yes.
And they put it back.
Yes, they put it back.
And once the film was back on YouTube, you should have seen it. It was like the only thing that people could talk about, the Nigerians could talk about. It went to 20 million views
Yeah, I
immediately.
remember. It was even, I mean, we kept on mentioning it in Ghana. You meet someone is like Achalugu, and I'm like, oh.
It's you know, so we do need to support our own. You get.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is interesting. I see how passionate you are
I am very
speaking about
passionate
this
about
because
it.
you have been doing this for years and it's like you keep doing it and you're wondering what is it? What is the challenge? And it keeps coming up. The conversation keeps coming up. We're being compared to Nigerians and sometimes I wonder how you all feel. I remember there was this time where we were nominated for the, I think, AMVCAs and no one won. And at that time, the bashing was so hard. People were just on our actors, our film producers. And I remember interviewing you and you were like, when some won, did we make this much
what did we
noise?
do? We have won. I mean, I have won a lot of AMVCA, awards. Others have won it. We've won the AMES and stuff like that, you know. What noise did we make about it? Why are we going on about the fact that we haven't when we won, what did you do? I remember when I won, what people wanted to talk about was my dress. Because they said my dress was so short and that everybody else was wearing a gown. And why did I wear a short dress? And I remember somebody commenting and saying, Ghanaians, are you for real? The girl goes and wins an award. I think we won 3 or 4 awards. You know, pick the best director, pick best writer, whatever. It was actually Yvonne Okoro's movie Contract.
Yes.
You know, and we basically ate that award. Like we had so many, you know, awards. And the only thing Ghanaians wanted to talk about was my dress and the fact that I didn't wear a gown. Can you believe it? And that went as quickly as it came.
Wow.
Yeah, and now you are what? You're upset that nobody has gone to win anything. When we have won, what have you done? We don't celebrate our own enough.
Oh.
You know, even when we have been nominated, what do? Do we make enough noise about it? Do we go and support? You know, sometimes when you go to these awards, you're just the lone person sitting in that whole entire space with 99.9% Nigerians, and it's just you, one
You're
Ghanaian
sitting
sitting
there.
there. When we are called on stage and even when we win, there's no clapping because there's nobody else in the hall. We don't get the support. You get. So it's it's not just about the winning. It's about how we get there. And when we do win, it's about how we celebrate it. It's about how we put it out there and to encourage for other people to want to do better. You know, to win, because once you win, people recognize and then we'll do something out of it. So, you know, we are all responsible to a certain extent of what is happening with with what we have, yes, it comes down to also the musicians. A lot of people have won awards and stuff, and then it will come to years when we probably don't get the BET nominations and stuff like that, and people say, but Ghanaian musicians, you're not doing. Those who won in the past, what did you do for them? What did you do for them?
What did we do for them?
Yeah. So we don't only celebrate the now. We should celebrate what was before and the prospect of what's to come.
Right.
And then we can encourage, and then we can build better. Yeah.
Very, very important. Now, you launched a YouTube channel. I was pretty excited about it because it looks like that trend of watching movies on YouTube is become a thing. A lot of Ghanaians love to watch movies on YouTube. And I remember when RMD came to Ghana, I had an interview with him, and I was wondering why he hadn't started doing something like that. He said he had plans, but he didn't want to be in those productions, but he wanted to actually open it up for people who are looking to actually be in films. So he was doing it, and I think he started something on this. So you have started, and it looks like it's going so well for you.
It is actually. It's going very well. We're 3 months in, and so far so very good. We did a YouTube original film called For Love and Country,
right?
Which is almost at 500,000 views.
I watched that.
We started from no subscribers. Now we're heading into 60,000 subscribers. So it's very good. Personally, I'd like to do a lot more on that page.
Okay.
Yes, I think it's a big audience. And we have Ghanaians who live abroad who don't have the privilege of seeing everything that we do here at home. And it's a good opportunity for us to be able to continue to sell what it is that we're brewing here at home to, what's out there. Because right now it's a melting pot. You need to be able to include, you need to be able to put it out there. If you're selling Ghana, you're not only selling, you don't sell Ghana effectively in Ghana. You're able to do it effectively out there. So we're very, very excited about it. It's going well so far. But then again, like I keep on saying, we need to support it. We need to be able to push it. I am looking forward to the time when we can put, blockbuster movies, and I'm talking about, the big movies, and we can actually premiere it on these on these platforms and be able to make something great out of it. Yeah. So.
Well, if you're just joining me here on Daybreak, it's my guest this morning is producer-director Shirley Frimpong-Manso. And yes, we've been talking about an upcoming play, Honeymoon Hotel, which is set to take place this weekend. She is the director. This is her first. It is her debut, and she's pretty excited about it. She has quite a number of screen people on there. I'm looking forward to see what they will also be doing this weekend. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, please do well to get them. Shirley, I'm going to ask you this question because it's something that I've heard a lot of people ask most of the time when it comes to your, when it comes to your cast or people in productions. I think we're familiar with a lot of faces on there. I can mention a few at least when I see them. I can mention the likes of Jocelyn, can mention the likes of Lydia Forsen, Ina Shokor, and Ajete Anan, and maybe there are others I'm sure people might want to add up. And there's always this thing where it's like, oh, she's using same faces. What about us? What is going on? Can she add new faces? Would like to find out what is the process. What is it? What makes you think we're feeling that way?
I don't know why people feel the way they do, because if there's anybody who has for want of a better word, I'm talking about exposure, being able to whatever. I'd like to think that I'm one of the people. The Jocelyns and the Lydias and things were all discovered by me, the Nash Shokos and stuff like that. And then the last film that I did, which was Two of a Kind, 90% of the cast were new faces. I'm discovering new faces all the time. You see, it's so easy for people to just sit back and say, well, we're seeing the same old faces. The thing is, I am going to work with the people who are really passionate about what it is they're doing. I say I've encountered a lot of people every day. In my DM, it's a constant. I want to act, I want to whatever and stuff. 2 years ago, I think, we did an audition at Labadi Beach Hotel. We got close to about 2,000 people. we actually intended to do a one-day audition. We had to continue to do it over 3 days because there were so many people. And I can tell you for a fact, out of the 2,000 people, we probably got just about 5 to 10 people who were actually, yes, you know. So I don't like to I don't like to overemphasize, this thing. But a lot of people think that they want to act, but when they're given the opportunity, they don't do jack.
Wow.
I know what I'm talking about. I've had people. I am always looking for, ask the people who work with me. I mean, even for Love and Country, there's a guy on it called Melvin Dane. I basically discovered Melvin was brought on when we're doing, was it Didi for Aquaba Magic?
Yes.
Because we did about 550 episodes of that series.
Mm-hmm.
And so for that stretch, we did that show for like 2 going on to 3 years. We used a lot of new faces, constantly finding new people to use and stuff like that. And I remember Melvin. Melvin came on. We had a restaurant scene, and so he acted as the waiter. And in that short period, when he did his thing, I think it just took maybe some 30 to 45 minutes for him to do it because it was just a minor role. And I remember after he was done, I sat back and I was thinking, who's this guy? I liked his attitude because I saw the way he came in, he sat down, he wasn't on his phone, he wasn't everywhere like a lot of actors do. They come on set, they're on their phone, they're jumping here, they're jumping there, they're going across, they're going to drink water, they're going to whatever. It's like all over the place. This guy was in his seat, concentrating. And when he got the opportunity to deliver those few lines, he did it with such passion. So what did I do? I asked to see him again. I put him in another something else. And then that's where it continued. Melvin is one of the people that I used in the film For Love and Country. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I featured Nash Shoko, I featured Lydia Forson, but he was one of the main actors. Why is that? Because I've tracked his progress and I've seen that he's very passionate about it. I am not going to work with anybody who just wants their 5 minutes of fame. I'm not about that. I give opportunities to new actors every day. I went to Akusika stage play. I saw Senna on stage. She never came to me. I called her. I called for her. And then I gave her the role. I actually, the funny thing, at the time I saw Senna on stage, I hadn't even written her part. I'd already finished the script. When I saw her, I was like, I want this girl in the film. I actually rewrote her scenes.
Wow.
Gloria Sappho's character didn't have a daughter. I wrote for her for her to have a daughter because I wanted Senna in the thing. In Two of a Kind, I used quite a number. Quite a number of the cast had never even been on screen before. Wow. Do you understand? People want to see what they want. The moment they see a Lydia Forson, they decide that, she's doing the same. The thing is that, first off, if you're Lydia Forson, don't you want to continue to work?
Of course you
Of course. What are we supposed to do with the Lydia Forsons and the Jocelyn's? We shouldn't give them work. If they're appropriate for the role, why won't I cast them? But that is not to say that there's not enough room for everybody else. You just have to bring your A game on. I'm not going to cast because I'm looking for new faces. And then those of the new faces who want this as much as they say they do, they need to be able to track what is happening. Right. If I do an audition, you need to come and you need to come prepared. Don't come in, I give you an opportunity, I'm sitting there, you come in, you say your first few lines, you've forgotten your lines. Are you serious? And you say you want this as much? Please. The opportunities are there. A lot of the producers, a lot of the directors are giving opportunities to new actors every day. It is up to you and whether you really want this as much. The Jackie Appears and things all started from somewhere. Do you understand? And so it's really up to you and what you do with it. We are going to continue to employ the Jackies, the Lydias, the Jocelyns, because they are actors too. And we have to continue to use them. But there's room enough for new people to come in. Right. And sometimes a good mix is good. Do you understand? We're also not just putting stuff out there. We're producers. We're marketers. Sometimes you need a Jackie Appiah to sell a movie.
Yeah.
You understand? So you do a Jacapia, you put, a Melvin Dane there, you balance it out. It's how it works. You understand? So people in their ignorance say a lot of things. A lot of times I don't like to talk about it because it almost feels like, why are you getting so overly passionate about it? But if it has to do with discovering new faces, we do that every single day. Every single day we do it. I have 2 productions coming up, and you come to realize that quite a number of the people that are going to be in are new faces. So it's really up to you and what it is that you want to make of it.
Wow. Oh, that's quite a lengthy one. Because of time, these are my guests here. I have Ria here. There's Robert, and then there's Martinez. I'm going to give them the opportunity to also ask some questions. I believe they have a thing or two to ask here.
Please ask me more about the play.
We'll ask you about the play, definitely. Hagla, we'll add more minutes for the play too as well.
Please.
Yes, please. Robert, please. You can start.
I was hoping, this is Ria's world. And
Okay, so Ria,
Ria's
this is
world.
your world. So
She
please,
has to
My
please,
world,
yes,
I beg,
Ria,
right?
please.
no question. Even if you don't ask any question and Ria asks all the question, we are fine.
Okay, all
Sorry,
right.
Martinez to her hair.
I beg.
All right, Ria,
I
please
beg
go
you in the
ahead.
name of
Go
God.
ahead. Yes.
I beg you. No, but all I wanted to say is that honestly, I am glad that she's tough. Okay, I am very happy that she's a tough woman and she doesn't hide the fact that she's assertive, she knows what she wants, and she is going to end up getting what she wants, regardless if she has to eliminate some people who are not serious to get what she wants. And already people don't take our craft serious in the first place. So the fact that she's attaching seriousness to it, I mean, I have been through the mill because of School of Performing Arts, and I would say that she's even
Nice.
she when it comes to the directors, the lecturers that I've worked with, she's soft. She is soft. Like, people break down and cry on stage because they feel like they're going to fail. And I remember when we were talking about Honeymoon Hotel. Yes. I remember when we were talking about Honeymoon Hotel, I always said that every time I go and watch when I go and watch plays or I watch movies, I watch it as a critic. I do not watch it as a layman just coming
you're just
to
going to
watch,
entertain yourself.
because she's now telling me that she started with stage. I didn't know that she started with stage. I just knew her from the days of Miss Ghana, Sparrow Productions, and all that. That's how I knew her. So it's quite refreshing to know that at least she knows what she's about, and she's about to churn out something that I can sit down and say, okay, this is it. When it comes to even some of the stage producers, let me put it like that, I go there and I'm like, this is not a stage producer. Like, this is not a good director. I don't want to mention names, and some of them are like acclaimed, like critically acclaimed in quotes. Let me just say that. And I think they churn out more plays in Ghana than most people. So it's like, I cannot beat down somebody's hustle.
Yeah.
You get it. So you support regardless. But I'm just happy that she's here and she's trying to make attach seriousness to it. I think secondly, I don't know, I'm about to ask her a question. I don't want to put her on the spot, but it's about, mentorship. Because I think you are I will not say the only woman, because we've seen a few. I think so far, I think it's her and Yvonne Nelson. Yeah, who are very consistent. When it comes to consistency, I'll give it to her and Yvonne Nelson. I think, but she started earlier than Yvonne Nelson. I want to ask you about mentoring other women into doing what you are doing now. Because as I said, I studied in the School of Performing Arts. I'm now getting into production, and unfortunately, most of the people that I have had to go to ask for advice from are the men in the industry, which is like, I don't want to say it is normal, but unfortunately what we see, the situation we find ourselves in is like, it's a male-dominated industry, whether you like it or not.
Tell Doreen about it.
It's a male-dominated industry. I have tried my possible best to break through in the industry. That's why I decided to move away to do something else with my life. But I decided to break through. Unfortunately, she's not here, Jocelyn. I've tried to be in touch with her so many times. We've been in contact so many times. We got introduced through family.
Right.
You understand? And it's seems as if it's hard for you to break through. Like you want to talk to women who are already in there, who want to. I have spoken to people. I'm like, listen, I want to just be. I'll hold your handbag. I'll hold your handbag. Just take me to set. I want to see how you are doing things. I want to see how you send me. I don't mind. I was that type of person. I didn't want to sit down because already, sorry, it's getting lengthy, guys.
See, I told you, she had to sort.
Sorry, it's getting lengthy.
Come on,
I was the type that right after school, I'm always here on radio advocating for safety nets for students that come out of School of Performing Arts and NAFTI. Because we've been through the mill. We come out hungry. And it's like, we don't have anybody to literally go to and say, okay, listen, first 2-3 movies, I don't even want you to pay me. Let me act. If I act and you don't like me, let me go. You know, I was, my group of girls coming up, we were those kind of people. I went to people, listen, I knocked on doors. I disturbed people on the phone. I mean, I don't know if she, Justin probably remembers me and will tell you, I disturbed her so many times on the phone saying, listen, just take me to set. I will hold your bag. I will do everything. Just, just put me in there. I want to even see how because I'm coming from stage. Okay, I'm coming from stage. So maybe blocking on stage, I'll do blocking. If I'm addressing you here and I don't want to mask you, I have to walk behind you and go and stand somewhere, and then they will throw lights on me so that they will say that, okay, I am addressing you. Yeah. All right. Movies is different. I can sit here and we'll be having a dialogue and, it appears very cool on stage, on TV because it's 2D.
Yeah.
You get me? So I want to know how. I know.
Back to your question.
Back to your question. I'm so sorry. It's being. I'm sorry.
5 questions.
Yeah, I've asked 5 questions in a row. It's just.
So I think you were on mentorship.
I know exactly what she's talking about,
Yeah.
and let me assure you that I have given so many opportunities to women especially, and I am a strong advocate of
Women.
championing this whole women's thing. Yes, I am very because I've always said I know how I grew up. Do you understand? Yes, I know the kind of challenges I faced as a young woman growing up, having to be a woman or a girl in this male-dominated sort of environment. But you would soon come to learn that when you have given the opportunities, again, people don't take it serious. I have had to fire so many people off my set.
Wow.
Because of the same problem. You are saying that you're not interested in the money.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people come in, I just want to help. I just want to be able to do this and stuff like that. I have if my production manager was here, I wouldn't speak, which is Lydia Lai. I wouldn't speak.
Yeah, Lydia.
The stuff that we've had to go through with people, giving people the opportunity to come on. First day they come, second day they come, third day they won't come.
They won't come.
You call them, they won't pick. They show up 2 days later. Oh, my brother is sick. My whatever is whatever. I have a problem here. It is the same thing over and over again. The reason I am what I am is because, at some point you just have to be tough. You have to be tough and look people in the eye and say, you know what? Go home. Get out of here. I am telling you, it is a problem that we have across board. It's not just the entertainment industry. Every entrepreneur, anybody who owns a business in this country will tell you that it is a canker. I don't know what is happening, but when people have been given the opportunity, and to be able to do something out of it. I went through the mill myself. I started off in radio. I started off in Radio Gold. For a few months when I started working, I wasn't getting paid. It wasn't about that. I wanted to learn. Do you understand? Then, of course, I went into, doing this thing with Media Whiskets. You have to go through the mill. It isn't everything that you are paid. Experiencing, being able to learn is the biggest salary you get. You will not be paid enough to get that experience from anywhere. Do people take it for granted? Yes, they do. Every single time.
But how about teaching, like workshops?
I am actually in the process of going to do a workshop, which
Because that one you
yes.
don't owe anybody any
yes.
obligation.
Yeah. But I think it is a problem that needs to be addressed when it comes to this particular thing that we're talking about. Because it never. Trust me. 2 years ago, there's a lady that was introduced to me. I didn't know her from Adam. So somebody came in and said, she's like this, she's like that, and stuff like that. And she's art director. Mm-hmm. I really didn't know her work, but I was thinking, young girl, she sounded like she would kill for the opportunity. And then I gave her the opportunity. She lasted just a week.
Oops.
I am telling you. It's like that. It's a constant. And I'm saying this is not just about the arts. This is everywhere. I'm sure even in your business, you face that. People say, oh my God, I want to be in radio. Blah, 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 blah. I want to do this and stuff like that. Yes, you let them come in.
And then one day,
a few months later, they want to be the boss. You haven't learned enough.
Yep.
Do you understand? You haven't learned enough. You haven't been able to, people want to come in, then the next thing they want to go and do their own movies. Mm-hmm. They haven't learned enough. Do you get? So this is a problem. A lot of people come out of school and immediately they want to set up their own. You haven't done enough to learn, to be able to. Trust me. This thing, it does my head.
Can I say something to that, what she just said? When it comes to doing things on your own, for me, okay, I've been out of school for a long time now, so I will not put myself in that category. But I literally wanted to learn. But I mean, sometimes the little things too that you have been equipped with from school, you want to put it to use, especially if you look around and it doesn't look like there's help coming from anywhere. That's where we are coming from. Like, okay, then let me just, put together some skits to see if, it's going to work out for us.
I think that I think there are opportunities all around us.
Yes.
I think there are opportunities all around us. And if, the young and upcoming, those coming from school, those wanting mentorship, wanting to learn and stuff, it's all around us. As long as you're not just looking to come in 3 weeks and decide that she wants to come and take your job, and be a superstar. Before you know it, they're posting this and stuff like that. And if you really want to learn, the one of the guys that I work with, Gamel, and he came from the School of Performing Arts. I met him at Afrif. This would be 2020, about 10 years ago. I met him there. He came to me and he said, I'm such an admirer of your work and stuff like that, from School of Performing Arts, this and this is what I do. I have a tracking of our conversation. And I said, come to my office. He came around the office, I think for several weeks. I wasn't even in. He stuck by it, whatever and stuff. I worked with Gamel for 10 years.
Wow.
Gamel has been my co-writer on a lot of the stuff that we have done. Wow. Do you understand? You can speak with him. This is a young guy. I didn't know him from anywhere. You get somebody like Jocelyn. I brought her on as an actor. I'm actually mentoring her on producing. I've even told her that if she wanted to direct and stuff like that. There's so many people have said, come on set, just come and sit there. You want to learn how to direct, you want to learn how to produce and stuff. When it even comes to people who have done costuming on my set, these are people that we've taken from nowhere, that we've actually, molded and whatever and stuff. I am all about support. I'm all about mentoring. I'm all about whatever. But are people ready to learn, be able to put their head in there and actually do the job? That's where the problem is.
Ooh. Robert, Ria has asked us. Let me give you that. See, the thing is that with Shirley name, I want to organize a whole day program for her so that she can tell us everything that we need to know.
When you mentioned she was coming, I knew it was not going to be a short staff.
No,
there's no
I
way.
don't know if they can give us the whole day.
But I think that to purchase the tickets,
Mr. Agua says we can go on. We can go on.
Star
Yes.
33 star
Yes,
10
please,
hash.
Yes.
purchase the tickets for us.
Purchase the
To
ticket.
purchase the-
Honeymoon
because-
Hotel this Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And please, when you go there and
come
you
and see my directorial debut.
exactly, and when you
on
go,
stage,
you're
on
going to
stage.
see it.
But
You know, when they talk, I said, Andy Dusty.
don't bring it up.
I should bring it up.
No, Shirley. I think you should bring it up. He's a film actor, isn't it?
Oh, this guy.
This one. He's a film actor.
She put me on the set one day. Disaster struck.
Hold on. Isn't it true that there's going to be a desk there for people who would like to audition with you at the event? So they just come and write their name
Yes.
and then they eventually come
What,
to
at the
play?
stage play?
Yes.
Like they would like to audition with you, so they are coming to the events, but then they have a desk where they can write their names. So if they are listening now, you are
Yes.
asking them to come to the venue.
Yes, because the thing
And
is that
then
Shirley, when they
register.
come, they'll look for you.
I'm going to conduct a workshop, and I haven't done that. I haven't done that before. I mean, I have done something tiny on the side, but I want to be able to put it out there in the workshop. I want to be able to organize the system better. I also feel like people need to have the basics. There are a lot of people who want to act, and I believe that they do have the talent, but talent will take you to a point, but then when it comes down to attitude, when it comes down to professional ethics and stuff like that, you need all of that. So the workshop will address these things. I am you said what? There's going to be a desk.
A
for
desk.
people.
Come and write your names.
So those who would like to learn
Yes,
from
I
you
mean,
and
Shirley,
off you-
wouldn't it be better than them chasing you after the play backstage and asking you for your number and telling you that
should just
I
come
want
and
to
write it. Yeah,
they
that's
should
a
come and
desk.
write their
Yeah.
names.
They can, but I will not work with you unless I know what you have to offer.
Yeah. So you
That-
can,
that's
after
that-
that, we
that's yeah.
redirect them to where they should come.
Yes.
So come to the venue.
Yes.
And buy tickets. Come to the venue.
Yes.
and
Yes.
register.
Actually, yes.
Yes,
manager,
yes. So actually, Honeymoon Hotel, that's the play, and that's where you're definitely
Yes,
going
yes,
to
yes.
see.
Come. You come and write
Come
your
and
name.
buy the
Yes,
ticket.
that's where you're going to see
Write your
Shirley.
name.
Buy the tickets. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Star 713 star 33 star 10 hash.
Yes, so please make sure you have that in mind. And as she said, maybe you're waiting to go and buy the ticket at the gate. You can go and buy the ticket at the gate, but it might be chaotic for you because this stage play is going to be massive. Yes.
Okay, Martinez.
Yes.
Martinez used to act on which one? You see my questions like
Yeah,
300. I can't even ask them. So.
Behind the camera. But yes, this is a great personality in our movie space. I'm so proud of your project. Yes, because you've brought a standard in the film industry. I think a lot of people have not noticed that, but
Hey,
when
you
you
should
watch,
notice.
yes, because if not, if you have noticed what she's done, you wouldn't say she's been, working with same old faces and all that, because she's explained a lot.
Yeah.
When you look at Perfect Picture from that time to now, I think the difference is so clear. Because you look at Nashako, Nana
Lydia.
Kwame Osesapo, Lydia Forsen,
Yes.
even Crisato. Media personalities bringing them.
John DeMello.
Yes, I mean, like faces that are not known to be more of, acting.
Kwame Sefa kind.
Yes, bring them on board and the movie becomes, solid. And for me, from 2009 when I started following your movies, I thought you are someone who is very, very creative because you've been able to establish a certain direction, which for me, when I look at the movie coming in lately, I mean the current films, they are influenced by your ideas because you brought a certain class. I'm not
terms
saying
of
Abdul
costuming.
Salam, yes, Abdul Salam Mumuni, they all did their best, but you mentioned Shirley's name and it's like the conversation is different. Watching the cast, I mean, the style of acting, a bit different from the usual kind of performance we see. And so such a personality, I mean, we have to celebrate. I'm very happy you are getting into the theater. I mean, I know you are going to add
A lot.
another, value standard because George Quay and Fifi Coleman are also doing well. When you watch George Quay's performance, I mean, his production.
His production, yeah.
It's a different level.
Yeah.
Fifi Kuma as well. Now having Shirley coming on board. I mean, it tells how the theater is going to grow in the next 5-10 years. And definitely a lot of talent are going to be discovered. And at the end of the day, theater is going to expand, is going to boost.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's very, very important. If the theater is very strong, it helps the entire
everything.
System.
I think it's an all-rounder.
Because everyone cannot be on the screen. Yes, theater also has a certain feel. It has a certain vibe. And so if we empower it, it's going to help. In fact, that is even very difficult. Very, very difficult and challenging. So with Shirley's experience coming on board, it's very good. And with Ria's question, having women coming into the space, it's very good.
I'm even excited because as a woman, you don't see women doing this.
Yes.
So if Nashoko tried it, it went so well, and Shirley is coming in, it means women can do this. We just have to allow ourselves, as you said, let's go through the meal, let's learn, and then we are good to go. I'm really excited about this, and for me, there's something about you. I've always loved that bit about you. You've never said no. When you say you do something, you're doing it.
Yes.
When Shirley says it's this, it is that. It's like there's nothing you can take from her. And that's something I like about you. I pray that I'm able to have that. Because sometimes when they say I can't say no, I say yes. When they said I should be a rapper, it's like I can't say no. I've said yes. You know?
So you rap, you act.
It's okay.
When she says rapper, what she means is like, to the cloth, then you go rapper.
Let's celebrate Shirley on this
Of course,
special day.
of course.
I'm celebrating her because, we've been speaking about music and, old music and all that. You remember in one of her productions, she brought Amachidede sound in there. Yeah. And from that year, in fact, we just celebrated Amachidede in the UK recently. Yeah. And for me, I think it was a good thing you did. It was so beautiful. I admire that thing you did because at some point, yes, we knew Amachidede, we knew the music, but maybe
that
just
brought him back.
Oh,
that brought him back.
Can we talk about your field acting? What happened? You went to
I didn't. Okay, wait. I didn't go there to act. Here I was on the radio and I had a call. And Shirley wants me on her set. I think she was directing something for Yvonne. I think it was Yvonne's.
Yvonne's, the contract. Yeah?
She had something. Oh my God, some culinary show. Yes, something.
Yeah. Cooks and braggarts. Cooks and braggarts.
Then they invited me to NAFTI. I was already. I just finished my show. Shirley insisted, no, come now. We are shooting. I got there. Not knowing they didn't want me to delay, so they got me there. As hungry as I was, when they were cooking, the thing was meant for TV. The time they say cut, so the guys going on. I heard Shirley say, Charlie, if you guys don't finish, I will finish.
So you spoiled the show.
We had to end it quickly before he finished eating.
Oh my goodness.
I come to me.
But why are you not part of honeymoon hotel?
Oh, well, at the right time.
Like he married a long time ago.
Yeah, so, at the right time. But just with what you said, let's give a lot of thumbs up.
Yes.
Because especially with Amachidede, we all knew Amachi. Until that movie, the song wasn't, truth be told, it wasn't that big. It was big, but the movie really blew it up. I mean, if you watch the movie, here is Anosikeni who didn't want to live a bougie lifestyle. She didn't want to listen to Michael Jackson or James Brown. Wanted to listen to Amachidede, like, Eddie as in me. What kind of lifestyle? Someone who had even fallen in love with some mechanic or something. I remember the story quite well.
I remember the story so well.
Yeah. Like, Eddie, what? And they are dancing to Amachidede. Like, okay. And then the movie blew up and it came with a sound. Movie goes together with music. Yeah. And so I think she deserves a lot. We really need to give her a lot of props.
Yeah.
And just giving her flowers.
The flowers to him now.
Please, if you can't see her, and give it to her, please come to the show.
Yes, the
come
national,
watch it.
That's the National Theatre, right?
Honeymoon Hotel. Honeymoon Hotel. Not
Friday, this Friday.
Theatre,
Yes, this
Friday,
Friday,
Saturday,
Saturday,
and
and Sunday. Yes.
Yes.
We'll be
She's
there.
doing
We'll be
3
there.
days.
3 days.
Hey,
So
Shirley, you didn't even say
What time?
3 days. It's 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. every day.
People are
So
starting
Friday,
with the
Saturday, Sunday, 4 p.m., 8 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m., 4 p.m., 8 p.m.
Hey, Shirley, when you are starting,
I told the
you say-
actors, I was like, you people, you better have energy because
I'm actually even thinking about you're starting a
Oh.
day. Ideally, you would have
if I
gone
had
for
to
a
do
day.
an entire week, I would do it. Trust me. Like you rightly said, once I commit myself to it, doesn't matter what. If you tell me that, Shirley, this is your job, clean the space. I will clean it. As long as I say yes, I'm cleaning it. You will not come and see a speck of dust on it.
There's
That's how I
a
am.
question I've been wanting to ask. I don't know whether you've asked already, but you mentioned some attitudes with people you've worked with. Now, the people we've always seen with you, the likes of Lydia, Jocelyn, Jackie, and the rest. Recently, I saw one of your works on YouTube, a first lady who had a boyfriend. And
Yes,
Yes.
for love and country.
Yes, for love and country. Yes.
Yes.
I was watching. I don't know whether there's going to be a continuation.
There is, yeah.
Ah,
We're
it
doing a
better
part
be,
two.
because I was like,
We're doing a part two. We're
okay,
actually, yeah,
okay.
we're actually going to go on set very soon.
I'll be glad if that. I'll be glad if I get a script.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
You see,
No, you see, remember, Yvonne Nelson came. I was just joking. Next, she just sent me the script and said, "Andy, I need you on my set."
So please, are you joking? We want to be sure.
No, I'm
She
not.
doesn't
I'm
joke.
not. No,
serious?
no.
Like,
Oh, but me of all the people I've worked with, Matt Brown, Jackie,
You want to be sure.
Yvonne,
So you know, she doesn't joke.
I've worked with them before. I just mentioned.
Just saying.
We're just saying.
You just said that you were joking.
I'm not joking.
He's
I'm not.
joking.
I'm not. With all these superstars, is there a time you found it difficult to work with any of them?
At all.
No one has given you any wahala.
Headache.
It won't get there. It won't get there. I have worked with Ghanaian superstars. I've worked with Nigerian superstars. Actually, this year for the first time, I actually went into Nigeria to direct my very first all Nollywood movie.
Okay, wow.
It was just me without my team, my usual team. It was just lone Shirley
Wow.
in Nigeria for a whole month.
Wow.
Shooting this huge Nigerian movie with an all Nigerian cast and all Nigerian crew and stuff like that. Yeah. I always have to come to a certain consensus with my actors before we actually even start working. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be a Tom Cruise. You could be as big as whatever. If you and I are not leveling up, we're not working together.
Wow.
We are first and foremost artists before you're a superstar or whatever. Because I am a superstar in my own right.
That's it.
Straight.
You get
Straight up.
So me, it's not about that. We're working here. So I give you a script. It's a collaboration for me. I don't look at it as you're working for me. I look at it, I give you the script. I'm like, Lydia, what do you think? Lydia says, oh, I like it, but I was thinking, I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Okay. Even when I have actors who are delivering a line and the line is not coming out right, I ask you, do you think that there's a way you want to say it so that, it'll be easier for you? For me, it's a collaborative effort.
Right.
Do you understand? Yes. So you see me as an equal, I see you as an equal, we're doing this together. So that thing, you leave it at the door, and we work as like minds. Yeah. And so on my set, you would see a Jackie appear, and you see the newbie nicely collaborating because we are artists first. There's no such thing as trust me, if you have to be there at 7:00, you be there at 7. I'm not playing. Yeah. I don't care who you are.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, I don't care who you are.
Your time is your time.
So that does not happen on my set. It doesn't.
Ooh.
So after all this, then you say that we are not serious.
We're not serious.
After all this seriousness, we are not serious.
But if you are not serious, she fires you.
Yeah. I'm not working with you.
There's
no way. I'm not working with you.
Yeah, those who are outside.
I have some messages here. I have some messages. Okay, let me just. Master says that keep up the good work. Kweku Benetton says it's been long. I saw Jocelyn on the screens. Jocelyn had to just step out real quick to go on TV. So go and see her on the screens. Felix Felix Marte says we really don't celebrate, demonstrate, or decorate our own. Felix Marte says that I know this is going to create a topic on the entertainment review platforms this week, but you are really pouring out your heart, and that's the hard truth. Thanks a lot for that. He goes on to say, pour it all out, says. Prince says the good move. People should learn to stick to agreement and promises. These are some of the messages. Robert, you want to ask your questions?
Yes. My first encounter with her I did a choreography for Chris Atto on Life and Living It.
Yes.
Oh my God, that was way back.
Yeah,
We have been doing this long ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to choreograph a piece. You
Yes.
know, and then I saw my name there, like
Robert Clapp.
And then I did somewhere later. And somebody called me from the US. I saw your name in the movie. I'm like, what movie? I had no idea what it was. So later they checked. I'm like, okay, this thing. You know, so basically talking about work ethics, I saw a piece, some action, how she, literally had to.
No, it's actually my first, you know that.
That was the first production. Oh, yes, that was the first production.
Yes.
But you could still see that, yes, this is somebody
Level
who was
of
in charge.
seriousness.
And if you're not serious, you can't be around her, essentially. So you just had to know what you're about and for you to be able to get a slot. And I like the fact that she highlighted the relevance of opportunity. People keep disregarding that when it comes to success. Recently, I was watching a movie. No, I was watching the guy who plays Captain America.
Chris Evans.
Yes.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, he was just saying that he's come to realize that success is not earned, it is given. And when he said that, people were like, why? Because it was from an inspired position, not just him speaking. And then he was explaining that opportunity is actually what leads you to that success you're looking for. And sometimes we say hard work, and there are a lot of people who have done the hard work and they just don't get the opportunity to be able to show who they are or what they have to be able to take them to that next level. But most of the time we disregard opportunity as one of the key elements that determines whether you'll be successful or not. Because if you are never called to Barcelona, so to say, the team, to become part of the team, you're never really going to play. And if you're never called into the NFL, you are never going to play.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if somebody doesn't give you the opportunity, you may be the best,
Yeah.
but you will never get to shine. And so we need to always respect when people give us this opportunity. And I like the fact that she's highlighted the number of opportunities given that have been taken for granted. Because if people saw these opportunities as the real window needed, then they would have prepared adequately for it. Because honestly, I mean, it doesn't. It's sad when you hear the number of things she's saying and how we are not taking advantage of opportunities around it.
I'm not cutting you. I've given opportunities to people to come and assist, direct me. And sometime during production, when right bang in the middle of it, when I'm walking around and stuff, you will see this person in some corner sleeping. Can you believe it? I'm not joking.
They're tired.
I actually took my phone and I filmed the person, and I'm like, "Are you for real? You're sleeping?" He said, I had a bit of a headache. I'm like, are you for real?
So what I can say is that even though Shirley is not holding the bag, so Ria,
we'll hold their legs.
Hold their phone
Or we'll hold their phone and
I know, right?
Trust me. No, but you see, I like that bit she said. You see, we don't like to stick around people to learn.
Yeah.
No,
we don't.
People don't want to serve.
They don't want to serve.
That's the word.
That's the problem.
They don't want to
Yeah.
serve. Yes.
They don't want to serve, but we want to be a star. As you are sitting in your home right now and you're listening to us, and you want to be like Shirley, but you are sitting in your house minding your business and sleeping. How do you expect to be like Shirley? How do you expect to be like a Robert? How do you expect to be like an Andy, a Ria, or a dancer like me? How do you expect it to happen?
Okay.
Let me just quickly find out. I mean,
I seriously
I don't
don't
want to
get
celebrate
it.
this dancer right now. But
Oh
let me
my
just
goodness.
So
Celebrate yourself.
that's okay. Would you say you're successful?
Well, I'd like to think that I'm successful at what I do.
Right.
Okay, so in the in the context of what it is that I do, because I feel like I have successfully been able to put out obviously material that I won't probably say 100% the way I wanted it to turn out, but it has achieved the purpose for which I wanted to put the material out. So yes, I am successful in what it is I do, but I also like to think that I am still learning, and because of that, I think that success comes in different stages, and there's a lot more that for somebody like me, I feel like I can do, and I learn every day. I watch films that I sit back and I'm like, I wouldn't have done it this way, but this is so bloody good. And even when it comes to my writing, I'm constantly, finding ways to be able to improve my writing, be able to tell stories, perhaps more visually than, more dialogue driven and all of that. So I hope I've answered your question to an extent.
Okay, so in that particular case, what would the ultimate success look like? Or what do you think that
Is
should be for you?
is there an ultimate success?
Somebody, as in like, sometimes you have a vision that ultimately, when it's all said and
When
done,
I'm able to do it,
this is it.
then okay.
I can hang my boots.
I don't ever want to hang my boots. I won't be able to do this till I'm not able to move my hand anymore. I feel like when you're passionate about something, because people say, oh my God, your job is, I said, this is really not a job for me. And I remember watching Tom Cruise say something like, I go to work every day and, this is not work. This is my life. This is my passion. I feel like I'm so lucky to be doing the stuff that I do, because for me, it's everything. And I wish, I look at people who probably wake up in the morning, sit in a car, go sit behind their desk, and it feels like a chore. I wish that everybody will enjoy or be passionate enough about the work that they do. So, look, there are things that I want for this industry. I definitely want our industry, especially the film industry, and now the theater industry. I want to see it flourish in a way that we have a lot more industry players. I want to see young female directors, being able to do impactful films. I want a lot more people to have jobs and call themselves actors, because they are being remunerated properly to do the things they love to do. I want to see the School of Performing Arts students come out of school and be able to find platforms where they can actually receive the mentorship they need, progressive and stuff. For me, I think that's where I'd feel like, I have contributed to a much bigger picture.
Okay.
When I have the opportunity to do productions, be able to be on set, be able to mentor, be able to give an opportunity to a young upcoming actor to do what they do, for me, I feel like I've achieved something. And for me to continue to be able to do that every day, I like the continuity more than just getting to a point and finishing. I like this to continue. I like this to go on, And I've had conversations like that with Kwanzaa, who, from where he's sitting now, this is a man who's still very passionate. Yes. And, and I don't think we're tapping enough into all of these, wells of knowledge and stuff like that. And for the likes of people like that, they never want to be finished. They want to be able to continue to impact and do more. And so for me, I'd like it to continue. I don't know that I want to. Some people have said, oh, so when you let's say that you win an Oscar, would that be it? From everything I've heard, sometimes when you win the Oscar, that's when things actually take a nosedive. Yes, that's when it actually takes a nosedive. What I like to continue to do is to be able to tell our stories. I want to be able to find the right kind of funding to be able to tell the Nkrumah stories, the Yasantua stories, these Tete Kwashi, Azuma Nelson stories and stuff.
Right.
There's so much more that we can do. People say, but why aren't you telling stories like that? It's not that simple. It comes with a lot of, having to put a lot of funding together, put the rights distribution, packages together and be able to sell it well and stuff. Once you put the money in, you want to be able to get the money out so you can do more. So there's a whole thing to it. And I've done this for 17 years, going on 20. I want to be able to continue to do it for another 50 if I can, and do more, much more.
Lauren, quick one.
So would you, everything you said felt heavily within the domain of the actor, the director, all the artistic components. How about the marketing? How about the business side? How about the promotion side? Do we have the people who can literally take your finished product and take it all around the world, plug you in the right places such that it becomes that huge? Are we able to, take a finished product and quickly turn it around and give you the kind of money you're looking for because we have structures and people in place? Based on your 70 years of experience?
We don't have those kind of structures in place. A lot of movie makers will tell you that they have to conjure the creative side of things and have to conjure the marketing side of things too. We have to sell our own stuff. Honestly, I'd like to be able to write a story, be able to go on set, shoot it, and have to walk away from it and hand it over to
someone to do their job.
To be able to, But unfortunately, it hasn't come to that. You have to be involved from beginning to end. So do we have the right structures in place? No, we don't. Netflix is not looking our way because they don't think that we have the numbers to be able to give them the, they are
Strong
not.
numbers.
No, they are not. And they even had to leave Nigeria. They still are licensing Nigerian content and stuff, but there are rules and whatever to this game, And so there's a lot to do. Recently, we had the opportunity, Honeymoon Hotel, the cast and some of the crew, we had the opportunity to sit with the Minister for Communication, Honorable Sam George. Yes.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I'd actually sat in his company and we were spoken. And I realized how passionate he was about the arts, and I was very encouraged because honestly, I feel like as much as possible, the politicians obviously want growth, they want continuity, but I don't think they've paid enough mind to when it comes to the arts industry and what it is that we can bring to the table. And he was really speaking my kind of language. So it comes down to policy. And we talked about tax rebates. We talked about the fact that people are going to South Africa to go and shoot African, the African movies when they could come to Ghana because we are very, we've got the peaceful environment to be able to welcome this kind of productions. But they are not coming here because in South Africa, if you go and shoot, if you spend $100,000, you're probably getting $50,000 back.
Wow.
Do you understand? Yes. And so we need to be able to create a conducive environment, and be able to attract a lot more of these things. So yes, to answer your question, unfortunately, you have to get involved from beginning to end. It's what we're doing now, and we're hoping that all of that will change, and we will continue to work. The thing about it is, when you're passionate about something, you don't just look at, okay, it hasn't worked for the last 5 years. You continue to do it for 100 years. Until you actually get the results that you know. That is why we need a lot more passionate people. And it's not just lip service. It's not just talk, Yes, we need the business heads, but we also need the passion, a combination of both to be able to actually continue to do this.
Lauren.
I want to ask, before we go, what kind of movies do you watch?
I watch everything.
Ghanaian movies.
Ghanaian movies. Oh, Ghanaian movies. I watch. When I have the time and there are new Ghanaian movies. I go to the Silverbird. I go there on on a weekday when it's very quiet. I slip in. I buy my own ticket. I go and sit there. I probably take a few people. We go and watch it. You know, I really love to know what's happening.
Ever
I
thought
like
of
to see what kind of
directing
stories we're telling. Sorry?
Ever thought of directing Kumawood movies?
Oh, very much. I mean, I work with on Two of a Kind.
Acrobator.
I worked with Acrobator.
Yes.
We and he's such a professional.
I did it, you have to do it again.
Lauren,
So yes. I would love to direct and produce a through and through Kumawood movie from beginning to end.
Okay.
I'd love it.
Lauren, quick one.
Absolutely.
To them, Mr. Agla will kill me.
Television stations showing unauthorized movies.
Yes.
What do you make of it?
Shirley, what bre-
I want to kill all of them. You know, I have a personal whatever. I do not watch pirated stuff. I don't care. People have said, "Oh, have you seen it?" I said, "No." They said, "Oh, use this link and you can watch it." I never do, because I know how much it hurts to spend. Look, movie making is such an excruciating, the money. Having to have 30, 40 plus people on set every day, feeding them, it's a lot. I don't think people can have wrapped their head around the fact that even a 5-day production or a 10-day production, the people on set, we're feeding them. You're buying breakfast, lunch, dinner sometimes. Do you understand? It's a whole thing. That the investment, the emotional, the money aspect of it and stuff. And then to release, to be able to put that movie out and have somebody just take it and just show it. I can't begin to describe it to you. It hurts more than anything in the world. And I don't understand why we know who the culprits are, and somehow they're still out there doing it. This is something we can't warn these things. It's a criminal offense. Do you understand? There's evidence to what it is that they're doing. I don't understand why we're babysitting this kind of thing. Let's not get started, because I won't finish.
I know. I see. Right after this, I see the way Shirley is going. Like, it's really upsetting.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really
why
good.
we have to remember *713 *33 *10.
Yes.
hash.
Let's
And
get back. Let's get back to
And
Hollywood.
let me
Area.
remind you all, the National Theatre is the place to be this weekend.
Please.
You have been home, sir. You don't go anywhere. Why? You don't go anywhere. Every time you are not going anywhere.
So
Why?
on Pennyworth,
Everybody is
On
coming.
Pennyworth,
Come.
so we are-
Honeymoon hotel.
Yes, we are not saying come and do anything. We are just saying that come and watch, come and enjoy, come and have a good time. Come with your partner. You can go for somebody's partner. You just come. Just come. Go and grab the tickets. Go and grab the tickets, and please don't go and worry. She has to work. If you want to talk to Shirley, when you get there, go and write your name. Go and write your name, but please go and see what Shirley is doing. Go and appreciate what she's doing, and most importantly, when you find the time, let's all keep celebrating all these great people, especially celebrate us, the women, dancers like
Celebrate
us,
our women.
filmmakers, producers, directors. Let's celebrate them. Shirley is amazing. You see, there's one other aspect I think people don't know about Shirley. She loves.
During
She
the
loves.
time, please
The
remember
time
the
is
time.
4 p.m. and
Not
8
Ghanaian
p.m.
time.
PM, 8 p.m. Please, not Ghanaian time. We're going to start on time.
Yes.
I'm begging you. We're going to start on time.
And-
That's another thing.
Yes,
We're going
and
to
when
start
you go
time.
on their social media pages, you can get more information. When you go on Shirley's page, you will see it. If you go on Jocelyn's page, you see. If you see, look, all the other cast, James Gardner, everybody, please take us through the cast again. If you have them.
So Amma Abebrese, James Gardner, Godwin Namo, Jocelyn Duma, Senna Agbeko, Andrew Adote, David Donto, my God, Gadede. There are quite a number of them. Jasmine Barudi.
Jasmine is in
yes,
there.
Yes, Omari Jamna, Amanda Jessie.
Amanda is in
yes,
there.
yes.
Okay.
Senna Agbeko. Look, it's and you would see. I think one of the things that I need to mention here is we are using a certain technique to be able to tell the story on stage as well. You will come to see it. We're very proud of it. A lot of times when you come to see a stage play, your eyes are fixed you
On
know,
the
on
stage.
on one particular point of the stage. We are promising you that your eyes will not be fixed on one point of the stage.
Woo.
Take my word for it. Come and see what it is that we are.
I'm beginning to imagine
We've got
it, but
something really special up our sleeve.
I like
Production design is going to be something to watch.
Woo.
We're using sound, we're using lights very effectively, we're using movement very effectively. You know, we're going to rope you into the story without you, you know. I'm trying not to give out too much. Just come and see it, people. Come and see. You will miss a whole lot. You don't want to be told. Okay? Come and see it for yourself. But we promise you it's going to be very, very, very entertaining. Your eyes will be darting back and forth, you know, because there's going to be a lot of things happening from there to there to there. And the way we're introducing the acts, okay, I think it's also quite innovative, and we're very excited about it.
So this is 3D.
3D. You have the words, so
Oh
you
my
always have the
goodness,
words.
he
You
has
know
the
what he
next
does? He
edition.
waits for you to finish
Finish
and then he sums it all up nicely.
It has to be part of the next edition.
Yes.
There you go.
It's 3D. Come and see
Wow.
it.
So you all don't forget the date is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 p.m., 8 p.m. Just make sure you're at the National Theatre. Grab your tickets. Let's go and watch this amazing play. And I'm sure right after, you see the same energy you used to watch the movies and come and write on social media. No?
Yes.
Use that same energy to come and write on social media. Tell us what you saw. Tell us what excited you. Tell us everything you just saw about the play. And we're good to go. In that way, we'll all learn. We'll all appreciate what we love to see when it comes to our Ghanaian films and theatre. Shirley, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you
tell
for
you what,
having me.
Shirley will usually not be here, but listen, Shirley had to do this for some of us because you see, I'm happy you spoke today. And as somebody said, yes, from today till the week, next week, the story is there. It will flow. They will come. If it flows, you call her. If she wants, she'll talk. She won't talk.
Yes.
That one day, I'm telling you today. If she wants, she'll talk. She won't
Yes.
talk. But I like how passionate she is about
Thank you.
everything. And this is where we wrap it all up. Shirley, is there any final words?
I just want to say a big congratulations to Africa Arts Network, you know, for them, for having the foresight to want to do this, you know, and bringing me on board. I'm very grateful. You know, Honeymoon Hotel is, we've had a lot of fun, even just in rehearsal. And we are very proud of what we have. You know, we sat back and we decided that, look, we've got a good story. And, you know, the performances are also great. You know, there's some singing and some dancing in there. And so we're very excited. Friday 20th, Saturday 21st, Sunday 22nd, we're spending our time and our whatever at the National Theatre, 4 p.m., 8 p.m. Come and see Friday. Come back and see Saturday. Come back and see Sunday.
Right.
Thank you. And thank you guys. It's really been fun talking to you guys. You know, I have to say, I don't do a lot of interviews because honestly, a lot of times I don't like the way it's you know, it's conducted.
I'm
I
getting
have had
my
a lot of fun
flowers.
here.
I'm getting my flowers.
I look forward to coming back. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Shirley, and I'm glad you enjoyed every bit of this. I just had my flowers too.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
thank you.
thank
And
you.
please, you all should have a great day. Enjoy the rest of our programs. A very big thank you to you, Ria, to you, Robert, Martinez, Andy, my daddy. And thank you.
Yo, I've got you covered. Breakfast is served.
Andy's Munchies.
Andy's Munchies is back. Andy's Munchies is
Yes,
back.
and speaking of Andy's
Yeah.
Munchies,
Ashes
please
to
let me
Funny
do this real quick.
Yesterday I served you breakfast.
Yes. Special thanks
people
to
are not
Ambi Daddy Worms Restaurant,
right.
East Legon for breakfast. And I know you have more for me this morning. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes.
Thank you so much. Mr. Hagler, thank you so much. You are amazing. Mr. Hagler, I'll marry you after this. Thank you.
Mr. Sagivio, it's about to get dirty.
Thank you to you, Debbie. Thank you, DJ Fantastic. Thank you, me, Agnes. And to you, Albert, thank you so much. Massive thank you to you as well. Thank you so much for doing the listen. I'm Doreen Avio. I'll be acting soon. Just watch out.
That's a good exit.
This is Hitz.